Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the den, where we're going to share another shave. Today's shave is brought to us by Sapinoficio Veracino's Opuntia. Isn't that a mouthful? It's a great name, though. It's an Italian branded soap, triple milled, wonderful stuff. We'll be using my American Chestnut synthetic brush. This is made for me by my friend Grey Dog. And we'll be using the Henson AL13 again today. Another great favorite. It's getting a lot of love these days because it's a very nice mild razor. And we got it lathered up and we're about ready to go. Safety Cat is with us this morning. She's enjoying the sunshine. We have our first views of spring. We had forsythias starting to bloom. I was thinking about that a little bit. A lot of crazy stuff you think about when you're in a thinking chair. You know, how does the forsythia know that it's almost springtime? Or one that has been taking a lot of thought here lately, because when you're retired, you don't have a lot else to do, you got a lot of time to think. How big is a million? And one of those things when you're a parent, as you run across the first time your child wants to show you that he or she can count to 100. It's a big deal. It really is. I remember my son, I don't remember how old he was. He wasn't talking for very long before he knew he could count that high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I think I was watching the news. Been a lot of big numbers thrown about here lately. Various news stories. How big? But then I started thinking, do these people really grasp the numbers that they're throwing around? We say $0.2 trillion. Now it's easy to say when you're saying, $0.2 trillion or 1 billion. But they know how big a million is, because that's kind of the building block. Well, I got 100. It's easy for your child to count to 100. And it takes 10 hundreds to get to 1,000. And that'd take you just a few minutes to count that high. But then you get to 1 million, that's 1,000 hundreds. I was reading some fella tried to count to 100 or 1,000, and he counted to 1 million. It took him 11 days. Well, no, it didn't. It took him a little longer than that, but computer says if you go by 1 second per number, it takes 11 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you run into trouble, you got to eat sometime. And when you get higher up, closer to 1 million, you get, say, 385,499. That takes a little bit more than a second to say. So a fella tried to do that. It took him 89 days, I think. It took him a long time. Because, you gotta eat, you gotta sleep. I reckon you could go to the bathroom, take a shower, and you can still count. But if you're sleeping, you can't do it. So that's just a million, and a billion is 1,000 millions. So if it takes 80 days, well, 1,000 of those, that's not even counting for the how long it would take to say 482,725,666, let's say, and doing a whole bunch of those. This will take you, just discounting that, just thinking about the million as your base, it would take you 890 years to get to a billion. And then when you talk about trillion, good Lord, that's an immense number, kind of a mind-bending thing. When I typed into Google asking, how big is a million or a billion, just trying to get a visual on it, because that's a number you see bandied about more often than trillions. And they showed like an illustration of $100 bills and $1,000 bills, and then a pallet load would be a million, let's say. So a billion would be like a warehouse full of money. Trillion would be several warehouses full of just paper money. It's seeking unimaginable amount of bulk. Just think about the scale of those things when we hear the news talking about budgets or economies. It's an unbelievable, huge number. The safety cat stuck around for the entire shave this morning. She's interested in big numbers too. Well, mostly she's interested in waiting for me to get back to the thinking chair so she can lie on my lap and snooze. Must be nice to be a cat. Great shave today. That didn't talk much about the shave itself while we were going through it. Saponaceae Veracino's soaps are incredible. It's a hard triple milled soap. It lasts a good long time. Today we'll use Thayer's Lemon. And just a 15-second load will give you a bowl full of lather. And that puck's gonna last me. Well, I've had this one for 4 or 5 years, and I'm just now starting to see a little bit of a dip in the top. But I've got more years left in it because I've got a lot of other soaps that also share play. We're going to use some matching aftershave. Well, I don't know what's in this, Opuntia. I think Opuntia is a scientific name for prickly pear, I think. Good stuff. It's got kind of a body to it. It's kind of a shave potion. It's not a splash. Yeah, it smells wonderful. We'll hit ourselves with a little bit of powder. Kind of keep everything in place. And we are set. Wonderful shave. Thank you guys for coming to visit this morning. And hope you found some enjoyment in my rambling about numbers. I'm Major Rich. You'll find yourself on shavingcadre.com. Find me on YouTube. I'm going to continue to harp on helping me build my channel up a little bit. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.